Hello everyone and welcome back. So in today's video I am going to be doing a review on a foundation that I've started using about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, there is actually a total description that I'm going to be doing in the rest of the intro of the video. The reason why I've started with the full face makeup is today was just a very weird day filming, so there's a lot of snippets that are lost throughout filming. So I just want to let you guys know that beforehand. I don't know what happened today. It feels like a Monday, but it's Tuesday. Anyway, so yeah, there is going to be a few snippets that's like, okay, but you just, where did you do that? Like, but, sorry. But anyway, if you are someone that's struggling with searching for products, choosing products, struggling with skin conditions that you don't know how to deal with, you don't know where to go for advice, you don't know where to seek out like recommendations or anything, you're more than welcome to please click subscribe. I have done 2 or 3 videos in the past, and I have an Instagram page that I'm running doing all kinds of reviews and tests and tips and tricks because I was diagnosed with rosacea. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Elsabe and I'm posting as RedBlend Rosacea. So I am on Instagram and I am on YouTube, where you just found this video. So please go and click a subscribe on the YouTube channel to see all the latest videos that I'm going to be posting in the next few weeks. And also on Instagram, I'm a bit more active on Instagram than on YouTube because yeah, I've got a little girl at home, so it's trying my best to get as much as possible out there. But anyway, so let's get into this video. I'm going to show you guys what the Studio Skin from Smashbox does and how it applies and what my thoughts are on it. So yeah, if you are interested in that, keep watching. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing another foundation review that I've recently started trying out. It's actually taking out all of the fun for me now because I really think I actually found something that works for my concerns and what I'm actually trying to achieve with the foundation. So it's really spoiling the fun for me at the moment. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what the foundation does and what my thoughts are on it, and what the idea around the foundation is. So yeah, I've actually posted on my Instagram as well. There's a few things I actually went and thought about it. What are the actual things that I'm looking for in a foundation? What am I looking for regarding which boxes it needs to tick? So there's 5 things that I've like thought about. The first one obviously is coverage, full coverage, because the less products you need, the less chances you give your skin of reacting bad towards an ingredient within the product. So full coverage is a big first on the list thing. Then the second thing is, because I'm struggling with a dry skin at the moment, it needs to either be something that is hydrating or it can't contribute to the dryness and take away the moisture that I'm trying to add to my skin. So that's another big thing for me. And then the third thing is longevity. So in other words, it needs to be something that, for example, if I apply it at 8 o'clock in the morning roundabout, it needs to probably last until late afternoon, early evening, depending. Or it needs to be something that if you go out for a night out, you don't want to feel that you need to go back and check on your makeup the whole time because, oh goodness, I just didn't, oh, is my makeup still there? You don't want that. So longevity is another big thing. The fourth thing is affordability. Or if you do find something that is that ticks all of the other boxes and it's a little bit of a splurge, it needs to be worth each and every single penny that you spend. Because let's face it, if you start thinking about all of the things that you need makeup wise, it does not start with makeup, it starts with your skincare. Then you go over from there to a primer, then you go to your foundation, then you go to whatever setting products that you like to use. either just a powder or powder and a setting spray, or just a setting spray, or whatever it is that you like, if you do like doing a set on your foundation. That's just that. And if I add that amount up, I don't even want to think about it. So affordability is a very big thing for me currently, because in this day and age we don't have the funds to go and spend on foundations and spend like 1,000 rands worth on a single foundation. It's gonna last you, if you use it on a daily basis, it lasts you maybe like 3 or 4 months depending, I don't know. So yeah, affordability is a big thing for me, and if it is worth the splurge, it needs to be worth each and every single penny. And then the fifth thing that I'm thinking of, and that I've really thought about and decided to take this on as well, is cruelty free. I mean, we live in a day and age where we have the information available to us to know what's happening behind the scenes. So it can be a controversial topic. It can be a very heated topic too. So I am not in any way trying to force you to think that way. It's just that it's one of my personal things that I've decided I'm gonna, as soon as something finishes up and I know it's not a cruelty-free brand, I'm not gonna replace it. I'm gonna try and see if I can find something in a cruelty-free brand that replaces that specific product. So it's just a personal thing for me. So the foundation that I'm going to be showing you guys today is the Smashbox Studio Skin. I don't have the actual bottle. I also went and asked for a sample, which they very kindly gave to me. We did swatch with COVID and all the regulations. We did swatch 2 or 3 of them just to see that they actually give me the proper one, because I did a previous foundation a while ago and I'm sitting with 4 different pots at the moment, and literally only the one shade works for me, so it's a bit of a waste. Anyway, so they gave me a tester sample in a little pot like this with just a sticker to say which specific shade it is, and I'm using the shade 2.16. It is a light foundation in a golden tone, and yeah, the thing is with choosing the undertone for your skin, it isn't necessarily usually what you think, because I always thought I have a rosy more tone, and I find now that when I start using foundations that has a more yellowy undertone, the yellow undertone isn't really that good on my skin, but when I start looking at things that's more to a golden shade, for some reason that works. So the 2.16 is a light foundation with a golden undertone. Yeah, what the yellow also helps does is it's not just the green concealer that neutralizes red as well. If you can find a shade, if you're struggling with redness and things like this, like all over, and you find a foundation with the right yellow pigment in it, you maybe don't even need a green concealer, because this is what I find with this types of shade. So that's the thing, eliminating more products, because the more products you use, the more you're gonna need. Anywho, so what I'm gonna do, I actually use the primer, the Primerizer, because of my dryness. So I'm gonna prime my skin, and then I'm gonna start applying the foundation, and then we'll have a chat about it. Okay, so I have applied the primer, and then on the one side of my face I wanted to show you guys what it's going to look like if I use a green concealer before the time and use this side without a green concealer. For me, a green concealer sometimes works so slightly that I feel that if you find a foundation that's full coverage, you don't need the green concealer. Because the only thing that I notice in person, I'm not sure if it's really picking up on camera. I love this foundation. In person, I can see over here, I see the redness, like peeping through. On this side, not so much. But I mean, like I said, that is going to be personal preference if you decide that you want to do color correcting before the time or not. But for me, this foundation, you can see on this side, it really does cover very well. It just looks like you kind of have something like a bit of a already rosy cheekiness, like you don't need to wear any blusher. I've got sunspots here on my nose, and I just sometimes struggle so bad to get that covered. So I just quickly want to see. That's why I see. I don't know if you guys noticed. I did apply over there, over here, and over there. I did apply a little bit more because it is a buildable foundation. But the thing about Studio Skin is it doesn't feel like you have anything on your skin at all. If you are used to having skincare products on your skin for I'm just trying to pat that in and see if it's gonna come. It looks a bit better. Yeah, anyway, so if you're used to having like moisturizers and things on your skin, that's basically what the Smashbox Studio Skin feels like. It doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin at the moment, and that's the one characteristic of the hydrating foundations that I find. It just feels so good on your skin. So yes, it really doesn't feel like I have anything on it, and it is a buildable foundation. So that's where there's a little bit of few spots where I felt I just need a little bit more, so you can apply a little bit more over on top of that, and it's still not gonna feel like you are over applying the foundation. So that's a very good thing for me. The other thing is, I mean, it does look a little bit yellow on camera, but it neutralizes everything that I feel I want to cancel out, but I still don't look like my skin has like a whitewash look. It looks healthy, it looks like glowing, and the finish of the foundation is like when you turn your skin, just it glows. This in person, the foundation literally looks like the photos that they use to advertise. If you look at the photos they use on their Facebook pages as well, your skin looks like skin, it feels like skin, your skin is totally covered, but it looks like your natural skin not shows through, but how can I explain it? Like I can still see, I don't know if you can see on camera, I've got a spot over there. You can still see the spot. I had a pimple over there this week. I can't really see that. So it's almost like this foundation is basically for neutralizing what you want to cancel out, but it wants to show your skin off for what your skin actually is. So all in all, it's full coverage. It's medium to full coverage because you can build it up, so it ticks the box over there. Hydrating, obviously it is a hydrating foundation. It is very comfortable on my skin. It really doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin, and afterwards if I do take my foundation off, it doesn't feel like the foundation weighed on my skin. So it ticks the box over there. Then for longevity, I've worn this a few times over the past 2 weeks before, and of all the hydrating foundations that I've tried, this one is one of the first ones that really lasts. Like I applied it, for example, this past weekend, I applied it the morning around about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock ish, and I took my foundation off very late that evening before we went to bed, and literally everything was still in place as if I didn't do it like how many hours ago. So that's the one thing that I'm very stressing actually about when it comes to hydrating foundations, because a lot of them that I've tried before, they just literally wipe off. So it ticks the box for longevity for me. And also another thing, their branding, the bottle showed 15-hour wear, and now recently they are promoting the foundation as a 24-hour one. So I'm not sure if they changed the formulation. I'm waiting for them to actually get back to me to say it's the formulation that changed or it's just branding that changed. I've got no idea, but you will see for Smashbox, the Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation, you would see a 15-hour bottle brand, and you would also see a 24-hour bottle brand. I'm waiting to get information on that. I'm waiting patiently. So I hope it's the same formulation, because if this is going to be a 24-hour wear too, I would love this foundation. So longevity, it ticks the box over there. Affordability is the one box that I cringe a bit again for this one, because it's in the same price range as the foundation that I've previously used, and I'm trying to step away from that price range. But you know what, like I said, if you find a foundation that does the job and it ticks majority of the boxes for you, the most important boxes, and if it is worth the splurge, it's gonna have to be worth every single penny. And I feel that this foundation, for me, and what I've seen it do on my skin in the past 2 weeks that I've been trying it, it is a bit pricey. I think it retails now, without specials or anything, I think it retails for just over 600 Rand for a bottle. So that's the one thing. I'm still looking to see if I can actually find a hydrating type of foundation that is a bit more affordable, but I doubt that I don't know. I'm still testing. That's why I say this one is, it's a bit more pricey, but I really do think it is worth the pennies. So yeah, thank goodness it's Black Friday pretty soon. So I'm actually gonna be looking out all over everywhere where they are stocked. So I'm gonna be looking out for what specials they have on that. So affordability, it ticks the box halfway, because it is worth the splurge for me. But I'm always trying to find something new, better, more effective, more price worthy. So yeah, and then the last boxes, they are cruelty free. Like literally the entire brand is cruelty free, so they tick the box there as well. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go throughout the day and do some checkings to show you guys how it lasts and what it looks like throughout the day. And then as soon as I'm done with my makeup, I'm gonna check in with you guys and speak to you later. I've just realized I didn't click record because that's just the point where my baby girl came into the room. So you guys missed the application of the brows. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try in future try and not do that. Anyway, so I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup on screen to see what happens, because previously it did happen with the previous foundation that things started moving while I was doing my makeup. So I'm gonna do everything on screen now so we can see what happens, and let's try that one again. Okay, so my makeup is completely done now. Technology was just not with me today. I'm pretty sure I haven't gone through all of the footage just yet, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that looks like, okay, but you haven't done that yet. Okay, but when did you do that? There's a lot of stuff that just, I don't know, like I said, technology was not with me today. So I'm gonna try and get this video to be as YouTuber friendly as possible. But anyway, so that is basically the entire look that I've used today with the Smashbox Studio Hydrating Foundation, Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation. Yes, oh, not my day. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, it ticks majority of the boxes for me. It's just the affordability one that's like, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So yeah, this is basically today I just decided to be like a little bit more dramatic. But this is not a day-to-day look for me in any case. But yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm not sure what you saw, what I was applying and what you see me use, but what I'm gonna do, in the drop down box of the video, I'm gonna post all the products that I did use to create this look. Everything from my skincare, primer, foundation, powder, concealer, everything for the skin look, everything for the eyes look, everything for brows and lips and everything. I'm going to post down in the description box so you can go and look down there what are the things that I usually use for my makeup and what I used for this look. If you want to see any future videos in this line, you're more than welcome to click subscribe again. You're more than welcome to tell your friends to come and click and subscribe, so they can also see how a normal person, someone who's not a professional makeup artist, basically uses makeup products to achieve something like this, and just feel a little bit better about themselves. So I'm gonna now just run through my normal day-to-day things that we do at home, me and my baby girl, and then during the day I'm gonna do some check-ins and see what the foundation does throughout the day, and then we'll chat a bit later on. So I'm checking in for my first checking since this morning, and I've probably had this on for about 7 hours since this morning. Like, I started with makeup like just after 8:30, and it's now just before 4 o'clock, and it hasn't gone anywhere. And I mean, we've been cleaning and prepping and getting the house ready and stuff, so I'm playing and napping and all of that stuff. So I don't really feel like I need powder at the moment to like do anything, because it looks relatively like normal still. Maybe if I were to apply my makeup in the morning, like early morning, and I know I'm going out late the evening and I don't want to reapply makeup the evening before going out, then I maybe would like to put some powder on and just to matte it out a bit. But at the moment, everything is still looking pretty good. Everything is still there. Usually by this time on a normal day, my nose will be red, or I would have streaks over here that's already like coming off because I'm either wiping my nose or touching my face or whatever. But everything is still looking pretty good. I don't have any separation yet. I just maybe want to get a... No, I actually don't have any separation yet. Something that I did do differently today is I did not use a setting spray over the foundation. So basically the layers that I have on is my normal skincare with moisturizer, primer, the foundation, and just the setting powder that I use from Yardley. It's a translucent buff setting powder. I think without a setting spray, this is actually working even better. So yeah, if you're really looking for something that is hydrating and covers well and feels comfortable on the skin and actually looks like skin, I think this is a really good one to look into. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit until later this evening, give it another 2 or 3 hours, and then usually it's about 7 or 7:30 in the evening that I take my makeup off when I'm doing these wear tests. So then I'm gonna wait until then. I'm gonna do another last checking this evening before I take it off, and then we see if there's anything happening between now and then. I doubt it. I actually do doubt it, but anything can happen. So let's see what happens later on. So we are ready for the last check-in before I take my makeup off. What I can see right off the bat, it's almost, I think it's almost like 11 hours that I have the foundation on my skin. So yeah, this is pretty much the time that I usually take off my foundation and my makeup and everything at night or in the evening. What I can see immediately is that my T-zone looks like a normal T-zone. It doesn't look like I'm dry, it doesn't look like my skin is dehydrated or anything. I just look like I actually need a little bit of powder. So that's what I actually thought would happen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a little bit of powder on just to show you guys what it's going to look like. Because currently the only places where I see an issue is right about here and the tip of my nose. But that's pretty much it. The rest of my skin looks like skin. It looks like, I wouldn't say like I just applied it, but it really just looks like healthy skin that I don't have any issues underneath this. So I'm quickly going to apply powder and then show you guys what it basically looks like with powder this time of the day. I'm just going to go in with the same powder that I used this morning, on the same type of brush, and just stipple on the areas where I notice it's a bit shiny. Not everywhere, but just on the places where I think it's a bit shiny still. A little bit more. And like immediately it blurs out everything that I initially saw now in person now on the side. Yeah. But all in all, I think I found a foundation that really works. I think I found my unicorn foundation. But I'm still going to be trying out foundations. I'm still going to be testing out foundations and checking all of the boxes that I need to tick. But for now, the Smashbox Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation is really something that I would recommend. Like I don't have any issues with this at the moment. There's nothing funny changes in the shade of the foundation. It didn't really oxidize at all, because it's fairly still the same shade that it wasn't. A lot of the foundations that you use, they do oxidize and they change color, because that's the one thing that I was struggling with the foundation that I usually use. Something is just off with it a bit. I don't know what the problem is, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with the Smashbox foundation. So yes, if you would like to see any of these videos still in the future, remember to click subscribe. And if you have any questions or any recommendations or anything that you would like to see, you're more than welcome to let me know in the comments. But yeah, then we'll see you soon.